Hello, everyone. Nate Powers here with Time Capsule Travel. I am super excited to spend some time to discuss what my wife and I were able to do on our trip to Charleston last summer. I'm really excited to talk about all the different things that Charleston has to offer, as well as the history and how my wife and I were able to spend a lot of quality time together, exploring a lot of things that we find super enjoyable. So if you have some time in your day, stick around for a couple minutes and we will discuss everything that we were able to do in Charleston and what that could look like for you and maybe your loved ones or your family. Awesome. I'm so excited that we're able to talk about Charleston together. Last summer, my family decided that we were going to book a vacation at Hilton Head. Some backstory behind that: our family always tried to find a way when we were growing up to find some time to have a vacation together, whether that was spring break or during summer vacations. We always wanted to explore a new place. Um, that was always my parents' go-to. We had to spend at least a week doing something together, and we had kind of gotten away from that over the last couple of years. And we decided this year as a family, my brothers, spouses, as well as my father, we wanted to book Hilton Head. He has always talked about going to Hilton Head. He's never been. So we booked a place to stay there. Um, However, my wife and I decided that we wanted to kind of extend our vacation a couple of days, and we decided to book a small trip before vacation in Charleston. And that was our plan, was that we wanted to really explore what Charleston had to offer together before we spent that week with the extended family. Pre-vacation in Charleston. When my wife and I landed in the airport, we got an Uber to drive us to our hotel. We didn't feel that we needed um, to rent a car at all. I don't think the town is small enough that you don't need a car to kind of drive around. If you would like to, it's absolutely an opportunity or a possibility for you. We did not feel that it was necessary for our trip. When we got to our hotel, we stayed at the Andrew Pinkney Inn, and that was a really cool experience in itself. It's a pretty old fashioned inn hotel. It's actually got two different buildings on different sides of the street. Um, it was a smaller room, but it's very luxurious, and we weren't really looking for anything huge, so that was fine with us. But there were some cool features with that place. The breakfast itself was fantastic. It was probably the best breakfast I've ever had at a hotel. The whatever they had laid out for us was great. Another thing that they had that I'd never really seen before was they had a happy hour cocktail hour where they had wine and hors d'oeuvres that were available, which was kind of a cool feature, especially like if you're looking to do, oh, what are we gonna, if we're getting ready for dinner tonight, you can go and get a glass of wine and some cheese and crackers to kind of hold you over until you have to go out to dinner, which is a really cool feature that you don't really see in your normal hotels. So after we did our check-in, we decided that we wanted to do a tour. Our thought process was pay a couple dollars, go get yourself on a trolley, and explore what Charleston was like. I had been there, but the last time I went there, I was like 13 years old, so I had no clue what was going on. My wife had been there, I believe, 7 years ago. Um, so we wanted to get a layout of what the city looked like. So we got on the trolley, and it was cool. It was about an hour and 15 minutes, and we explored through the city. You're able to go see the different aspects of the town. The guy was able to give us a guide as to what Charleston was all about. You're able to go see some famous locations, like the Southern Charm House. You're able to drive by that. Oprah lives down there. Uh, Darius Rucker lives down there. So there's you can kind of see those houses. You're not supposed to know where they live, but you're able to kind of locate those areas. So it was cool to get that tour, so you knew the basic layout of the town. So after we were able to get off the tour, we decided that we wanted to um, hack into our history background. We had met at Kent State, and we're both history majors. I teach social studies now in middle school. I teach colonial American history, so this was like right up my alley. We visited three different places. We went to an old exchange, which was very sombering. It was the largest location for slave auctions in colonial America, and it was very humbling to see kind of what that would have looked like. You're able to explore through that area. It's now set up as a museum. You can really see the history behind that. Another place we went was the Provost Dungeon, which was a pretty cool feature. They had the upstairs was a museum, but in the basement you were able to go see the dungeons and the areas where American Revolution militia were used as prisoners or stayed as prisoners when the British occupied Charleston during the Revolution. So it's really cool to be able to walk through those kinds of places where 250 years ago you have people fighting for your independence are in that same room. So it's just so, to me, it's just so awesome. Stumbled into it was we visited on the third thing that I didn't even know about, and we kind of a brewery slash liquor store, which was actually the oldest liquor store in colonial America. I believe was established in the 1620s. And another cool feature about that was it once was raided by the pirate Blackbeard himself, which is just so cool. There's no way I mean, you can't experience that from your couch, and it's just awesome to be able to go and see stuff like that. Our second day was jam packed with a lot of fantastic things. We started off really early. We went to Fort Sumter, and we were able to see the fort itself. We were able to experience the flag being raised, which is a really cool thing. Um, and then after that, when we got off the ferry for Sumter, we kind of started heading south through Charleston. We stopped at Kaminsky's, which is this bakery that they have a bunch of pastries and stuff like that. We were also able to go through the city market, which is this 4 block flea market. They've got anything that you're looking for. If you want Christmas ornaments, they've got it. If you want bags or shoes or sandals, they have it. And towards the end, they also have whatever you're looking for: crepes, bakery, bread, snacks, candy, meat, whatever it is you're looking for. It's all there. It's pretty cool to kind of experience that. It's just this huge open air city market, which is pretty sweet. And then towards the south, you have White Point Garden, which is this huge park on the southern part of the peninsula, and you're able to just experience the nature that's down there. They've got old colonial style cannons that you can kind of see. They've got some monuments and stuff. A lot of people are walking their dogs. It's just a park to kind of hang out and kind of experience um, some shade and some nice wind and breeze. So that's a pretty cool feature there. And then we started heading back up and the iconic Rainbow Row, which you're able to see all of these beautiful homes. It's just fantastic to see that if you're going to Charleston, you have to see Rainbow Row. There's no way you go to Charleston and don't see that. So that was a pretty sweet experience. And then before dinner, we stopped at one of my favorite places. I have the shirt on here right now. It's called the Gin Joint. About me, I do love gin. I do at times make my own, which is a good hobby that I love to do. But the cool thing about the gin joint is you walk in there. It's a real small place, and you are asked to, if you know anything about like build your own burger, build your own tacos, like a barrio. It's the same idea. They give you this kind of menu. They ask what you're looking for, what kind of flavor, what kind of taste, whatever it is. You kind of mark it off, and they'll make a signature drink for you. It's made personalized for you, which is just a really sweet feature. And being able to do and have a glass of that right before dinner was great. And then we finished our evening with Pugin Smokehouse, which was again another kind of iconic smokehouse barbecue place that we were experiencing. A pretty cool thing that they have to offer there. Our trip to Charleston was fantastic. We got a ton done in 2 days. We didn't need a car. It didn't cost a bunch of money. We were able to just spend those 2 days together and enjoy what this history had to offer. Um, so I appreciate everybody being able to take some time out of your day to hang out here and watch the video. Please like, subscribe, comment down below your favorite kind of go-to 2 day vacation. I'd love to hear about that. I'd love to be able to share those stories. If you read the description down below, there's that link that'll lead you to a blog I put together yesterday, and it'll explain some experiences that you can have at other places. Charleston's one of them, but there are other locations that you can also hang out that does not break the bank and really allows for you to have that quality time with the people you love. Thank you for hanging out. Again, I'm Nate Powers, owner and founder of Time Capsule Travel. Have a fantastic day.